Every child is a winner. చదువులో, తెలివితేటల్లో, ఆలోచన విధానంలో, నాయకత్వ లక్షణాల్లో వారు ఏ రంగంలో ముందున్నారో గుర్తించి విజేతలుగా నిలపడమే ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ ప్రత్యేకత. ఐఐటి ఎంట్రన్స్ కు సంబంధించి జేఈఈ మెయిన్స్ లో సంచలన విజయాలు సాధించిన ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యార్థులు సిహెచ్ మోహన్ కిషోర్ 99.6 తో ఉభయ గోదావరి జిల్లాలో తిరుమల కాలేజ్ టాపర్, డి దినేష్ 99.3 తో పాలకొల్లు టాపర్, టి దివ్య శ్రీలక్ష్మి 97.1, ఎన్ అనుష 96.4, ఏ ఆదిత్య 95.5 ఐఐటి టాపర్స్ తో పాటు ఏ కేటగిరీలో రంగరాయ మెడికల్ కాలేజ్ లో సీటు సాధించిన మా విద్యార్థిని ఏ కార్తీక. అంతేకాకుండా మరో 10 మెడికల్ సెట్లతో పాటు 8 మందిని చార్టెడ్ అకౌంటెంట్స్ గా తీర్చిదిద్దింది ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్. పాలకొల్లు పట్టణంలో ఉన్నత విద్యతో పాటు భవిష్యత్తులో బాగా సెటిల్ అవుతున్న వారిలో అత్యధికులు ఉల్లంపర్రు మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యార్థులే. మీరే గమనించండి, సరైన నిర్ణయం తీసుకోండి. అడ్మిషన్ల కొరకు సంప్రదించండి మాంటిసోరీస్ విద్యా సంస్థలు ఉల్లంపర్రు. ఫోన్ 222206. బ్రాంచెస్ రామారావుపేట. ఫోన్ 224200. కొడిగట్టు. ఫోన్ 228800.
Very good morning students, this is Arna Miss. Today we are continuing our atomic structure, which is the chemistry bond from our 10th PS. Students, we already discussed regarding in atomic structure up to Bohr's atomic model and Bohr-Sommerfeld atomic model. By that model we justified that the electron, what is the inside the atom. Bohr stated that at the center there is the nucleus, around the nucleus there are the orbits. Again, those are called as the main cells. Again, in that orbits are main cells consisting of subcells. Main cells are denoted by K, L, M, and with n is equal to 1, 2, 3. If n is equal to 1, that is the first main cell. Its name is K, energy level, and n is equal to 2. It is the second energy level, L. Again, these main cells consisting of subcells. Subcells designated by S, P, D, F. And again, these subcells consisting of orbitals. This is the structure given by the Bohr. Then after, now we have to find the position of the electron inside the atom. So the maximum probability of finding the position of the electron in the atom, we have to find, first of all, the quantum numbers. The quantum numbers give the significance or the position of the electron in the atom. So those quantum, first we are going to the quantum numbers. The first quantum number is the principal quantum number. Principal quantum number gives the information about the orbit. Orbit means the path around the nucleus, wherever the electron revolves around the nucleus, that path we call it as the orbit. So the principal quantum number gives the complete information about the orbit. The principal quantum number indicated by the symbol n. If n is equal to 1 means this is the first orbit. N is equal to 2 means it is the second orbit. N is equal to 3 means third orbit. And its energy levels are K, L, M. Okay. So the principal quantum number starts with 1. So the minimum value of the principal quantum number is 1 and the maximum number is infinite. This is very important bit, students. The minimum and maximum values of principal quantum number is 1 and the maximum is infinite. Okay, so it will give the complete information of the what information of the orbit means. If n is equal to 1 means it is the first orbit, means it is very near to the nucleus. N is equal to 2 means it is the second orbit, that is the next energy level. Means first orbit means energy is very less. Moving away from the nucleus, the energy will gradually increases. E1 is less than E2, E2 is less than E3. Okay, so if by that we will know the energy of the orbit and size of the orbit. It will give the information of energy and size of the orbit. And number of electrons present in any orbit indicates by general formula 2n square. If n is equal to 1, how many? 2. So the first orbit, n is equal to 1 means first orbit. How many electrons in the first orbit located or accommodated means 2 electrons. If n is equal to second orbit, how many, it gives the accommodation of how many electrons. The second orbit gives how many electrons means accommodation for how many electrons means you have to substitute here 2. 2 square 4, 4 2 8. So the second orbit gives the accommodation of 8 electrons. So the general formula of 2n square. So how many electrons accommodated in the principal quantum number means the general formula is 2n square. In the first orbit 2 electrons, second orbit 8 electrons, third orbit 18 electrons. Substitute here 3. 3 square 9, 9 2s 18. Okay, so this is the main here two formulas. Mark, please remember it. How many electrons accommodated in the principal quantum number means the general formula is 2n square, and what information the principal quantum number gives means it gives the information of energy and shape or size of the orbit. Okay. Now we are going to the second quantum theory, that is the angular quantum number or orbital quantum number. In here only there. It gives the principal quantum number gives the information about the orbits. Now orbital quantum number gives about the information of orbitals. Okay, Bohr stated that the main cell n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. They are named as the KLMN. So those are the main cells. Again the main cells consisting of subcells. Those subcells are S, P, D, F. Those information given by the angular quantum number. Angular quantum number indicated by the symbol L, small l. Angular quantum number is indicated or denoted by the symbol small l. Okay, so its value starts from 0. The minimum, it is a very important point. Principal quantum number starts from 1 onwards. And orbital quantum number starts from 0 onwards. The minimum value of orbital quantum number is 0 and the maximum is n minus 1. If L is equal to 0 means that is the first subcell S. If L is equal to 1 means second subcell P. L is equal to 2 means D. L is equal to 3 means F. Okay, so the maximum value of L, if where it starts means sigma. L is equal to 1 first orbit. It consisting of only one subcell S. First orbit consisting of only one subcell, that is S, designated by L. For S, L value is 0. N is equal to 2, second orbit. How many subcells? Second orbit consisting of two subcells, that is S, P. Second orbit, two subcells. Third orbit, three subcells. So, for S, L value 0. For P, L value 1. For N is equal to 3, third orbit, how many subcells? Third orbit, 3 subcells. Those are S, P, D. For L, S value 0. For P, L value 1. For D, L value 2. So, if N is equal to 3, the L value is N minus 1, 2. The value will always less than, the L value always less than 1 less than the n, that is n minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2. Okay. So this is about the orbital quantum number. So orbital quantum number gives complete information about subcells. Around the nucleus there are the main cells. Main cell information given by the principal quantum number. Again the main cells consisting of subcells. That subcells information given by the orbital quantum number. Principal quantum number denoted by n, minimum and maximum are n and n minus 1. For L, minimum value is 0, maximum value is n minus 1. Okay children, we are going to next quantum number, that is magnetic quantum number. Okay students, coming to the magnetic quantum number, the magnetic quantum number is designated by the symbol M. It will give the information about the orientation of the electron. Students, we know that the subcells S, P, D, S has the only one orientation, and coming to the P is the shape of the P is dumbbell the dumbbell is oriented on 3 orbitals. The one dumbbell is oriented on the x-axis and the another one is y and another one is the z. So the dumbbell orients on x, y, z axis. Coming to the d orbitals, they are oriented between x, y and d orbitals oriented by y, z. Are you clear? So p orbitals oriented on the x, dumbbell oriented on the x axis. In the py, the dumbbell oriented on the y axis. Pz, the dumbbell oriented on the z axis. Coming to the d orbitals, the d shape of the d orbital is dumbbell. It is oriented between two axes, x and y and z, z and x square minus y square. So where we have to find on which axis the electron, which dumbbell is on the x axis, which dumbbell is on the y axis, in which electron is possible on the z axis. So how we have to find that information will gives by the magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number gives the orientation of the electron on the axis coming to the p and d orbitals. Yes, there is only one orientation, but coming to the p and d, there are the different orientations. That information given by the magnetic quantum number. Okay, students, how we have to find out the n values means, see here, for n is equal to 1 means first orbit. N indicates the principal quantum number. In the principal quantum number, if n is equal to 1 means in the first orbit how many subcells? Only one subcell, that is S, its n value is 0. Are you clear? First orbit, only one subcell, that subcell is S, its n value is 0. For its, what is the magnetic number means? It consisting of only one magnetic value, that is 0. Okay, next, coming to the second orbit. Second orbit, how many subcells? Two subcells. One is S, another one is the P. Again, P is oriented on X, Y, Z axis. Those are Px, Py, Pz. These are called as the orbitals. Subcell consisting of again the orbitals. So, Px, Py, Pz. So, for this, the magnetic quantum number is the n value is for P 1. So the magnetic number is -1, 0, 1. It is vibrates between -1 to +1. The lower is value is -1, upper value is +1. If value is 1, magnetic quantum number vibrates between -1 to +1. The minimum is -1 and maximum is +1. Coming to the n is equal to 3 means third orbit. Third orbit means how many subcells? 3 subcells. S, P, D. For S, what is the value? 0. For P, 1. For D, 2. So 0, 1, 2. For N is equal to 0 means N value also 0. For N value is 1, for P, N value is 1. If N value is 1, N value is -1, 0, +1. If L value is 2, for which orbital the L value will becomes 2? For D orbital, the L value becomes 2. If L value is 2, the M value is vibrates between -2 to +2. Are you clear? If L is equal to 2, the magnetic quantum number orientates between -2 to +2. So the minimum value is -2, maximum value is +2. How many magnetic values are there? 5. Those are -2, -1, 0, +1, +2. For which orbital? For D orbital. For D orbital, the L value is 2. So the magnetic quantum value is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Are you clear? These are the magnetic quantum numbers. So if you know the orbit, you know the subcell, so you have to know the magnetic quantum numbers. By knowing the orbit and orbital, then you have to write the magnetic quantum number by vibrating the L values. If L value is 2, L value is -2 to +2. If L value is 3, L value is -3 to +3. So how many values are there? 7 values. For which orbital L becomes 3? S, P, D, F, G. 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is F orbital. For F orbital, the L value is 3. So how many magnetic quantum numbers? 7. What are they? -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. For F, L value is 4. So how many will come? 9. Okay. So this is about the magnetic quantum number. It will give the orientation of the electron on the axis. Now next one more quantum number is there, that is the spin quantum number. So coming to the spin quantum number, students, so we know the main cells, subcells, again subcells consisting of orbitals. So the position of the electron is, first we have to find which orbit, then after in that orbit in which subcell, again in that subcell in which orbital. Orbital means the maximum probability of finding the electron in the around the nucleus. The maximum probability of finding the position of the electron around the nucleus, we call it as the orbital. So coming to the orbital, in S subcell consisting of only one orbital, that is S.
Spin quantum number ms. Spin quantum number determines the orientation of spin angular momentum. Spin angular momentum is quantized and can have two orientations relative to a chosen axis. This spin quantum number can have only two values, which are +½ and -½ The +½ value indicates clockwise spin represented by an arrow pointing upwards, and the other indicates anti-clockwise spin represented by an arrow pointing downward.
Coming to the P subcell consisting of 3 orbitals, px, py, pz. Coming to the D subcell, it consisting of 5 orbitals, those are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. These are the 5 orbitals of D subcell. So we know the main cells, then main cells consisting of subcells, again the subcells consisting of orbitals. In that each orbital give the accommodation or placement for each orbital gives the accommodation to 2 electrons. Every orbital gives accommodation of 2 electrons. Orbital consisting of 2 electrons. Each S orbital, S is the subcell, and also it consisting of only one orbital, that is S. In that orbital only 2 electrons will be placed. In any orbital they will give the placement for 2 electrons. Coming to the subcell, it consisting of 3 orbitals. Each orbital consisting of how many electrons? Each orbital consisting of 2 electrons. P subcell consisting of 3 orbitals and how many electrons? 3 to 6. So P subcell consisting of 6 electrons, 3 orbitals. D subcell consisting of how many orbitals? 5 orbitals. Each orbital how many electrons? 2 electrons. So 5 orbitals, how many electrons? 10 electrons. So the D subcell consisting of 10 electrons. So this is the, so each orbital consisting of how many electrons? 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons revolve around the nucleus. In one electron revolves clockwise and another one revolves around the nucleus in the anti-clockwise. That rotation we call it as the spin rotation. Spin rotation means revolving and rotating. Revolving itself and rotating around the nucleus, we call it as the spin rotation. So that we have to quantize it. If the electron rotates clockwise, we call it as the, consider it as the plus of. If the electron revolves around the nucleus itself in the anti-clockwise direction, we quantize into the minus of. If it will rotates in the clockwise, we indicate it by upward arrow. Anti-clockwise means we indicate by downward arrow. Are you clear? So the electron, this is the maximum probability of finding the electron. N value in which orbit? Around the nucleus there are the infinite number of orbits. If the first orbit means the electron present in the first orbit. L value gives the which subcell. L value gives the which orbital. Spin rotation states that it is rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is the position of the electron around the nucleus. These 4 quantum numbers gives us the information about the maximum probability of the position of the electron around the nucleus. Okay, students, see here, n is equal to 1 means first orbit. First orbit means how many subcells? Only one subcell. First orbit, only one subcell. Its value is 0, L value is 0. Yes, its M value is 0. How many electrons? For S subcell, only one orbital, 2 electrons. One is clockwise, another is anti-clockwise. So, how many electrons? 2 electrons. Coming to the N is equal to 2. How many subcells? 2 subcells, S and P. S value is 0, P value is, but P, L value is 1. If L value is 1, what is L value? Minus 1, 0, plus 1. So, how many orbitals? In second orbit, 2 subcells, how many orbitals? 4 orbitals, S, Px, Py, Pz. And how many electrons? 2, 2, 2, 2. So total 8 electrons. Here you only generate the formula, students. See, first orbit, how many subcells? If n is equal to 1 means only one subcell. N is equal to 2 subcells. So the number of orbits is equal to the number of subcells. Next, what is the relation between orbits and orbitals? First, n is equal to 1, only one orbital, that is S. N is equal to 2. How many orbitals? N is equal to 2, consisting of 4 orbitals, that is S, Px, Py, Pz. N is equal to 2, 4 orbitals. What is the relation there? N square. So, number of orbits, number of orbitals. If number of orbits is 1, number of orbitals 1 square, 1. Number of orbits 2, number of orbitals 4. Number of orbits 3, orbitals 9. See, n is equal to 3 means it consisting of 3 subcells S, P, D. Again coming to the orbitals. S only one orbital S. P how many orbitals? 3 orbitals. Px, Py, Pz. So 1 plus 3, 4. D how many orbitals? Dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. So 5. 1, 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. 3 square 9. So what is the relation between orbit and orbital? If orbit is 1, n, orbitals are n square. What is the relation between orbits and electrons? 2n square. If orbit is n, the number of electrons is 2n square. So these are the very important questions in 1 marks or in 4 marks. Okay, they will ask 4 questions. What is the, how many electrons, how many subcells according to the principal quantum number, how many orbitals. Okay, students. Okay, so now we have to write down these electron position in systematic way. We call it as the electronic configuration. Writing the electronic configuration, there are some rules we have to follow it. For that, the scientists Aufbau and Hund and Paulis, these 3 scientists given some principles. We have to follow it and we have to write the exact position of the electron. That's we call it as the electronic configuration. How we have to write these electronic configuration means first what the Aufbau which states that the scientist Aufbau states that the electron enters into orbit, orbital, subcell, orbit, subcell, orbital, which consisting of least energy. See here, I written here sigma first orbit, first subcell, 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. So how we have to calculate this energy? Aufbau stated that electron enters into least energy cell. The electron enters into least. How we have to calculate the energy means by the principal quantum number and orbital quantum number. Both will have to add n plus L value calculates, gives the energy of the orbital. N plus L gives the energy of the cell or subcell or the position of least energy. So here, if for 1s, N value is 1. S value is, for S, L value is 0. N plus L value 1. Are you clear? See, for 1s, first orbit only one subcell. Second orbit, 2 subcells. That is second orbit subcells we call it as 2s and 2p. Third orbit subcells we call it as 3s, 3p, 3d. Okay, so coming to the 1s, the energy we calculated by n plus l. For 1s, the n value is 1, for s, l value is 0. N plus l value becomes 1. Here, n value 2. These numbers in 1, 2, see first what is the numeral, that number indicates the n value. And S, P, D, those are the subcells. The subcells value which will give L. L will give the subcell values. For S, L value is 0. For P, L value is equal to 1. For S, L value is 0. So, see here, N plus L value. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. The electron first enters into 1s. Why means 1 is the least energy. Next enters into the 2s. Second least energy. Next enters into the 2p and 3s. See here, both energies are equal. N plus L values for both becoming equal. When both the values will become equal, we have to see the n values. For which n value is less, that we have to, the electron enters into that orbital. So here the first electron, these 2p and 3s, both energies are equal, but here n value of 2p is less than the n value of 3c. So that's why electron first enters into 2p. After entering into 2p, then it will enter into 3s. Next, 3s after it will enter into 3p. 3p after, see this is very important 2 marks question. Why the electron enters into 4s after 3p? Why the electron enters into 4s after 3p? Why not in 3d? Why is 3p after 3d? The electron have to enter 3p after 3d, thereafter only it will enter into 4th orbit. But here after filling 3p, the electron entering into 4s, not entering into 3d. Why means the n plus l value of 4s is less than 3d. The n plus l value of 4s is 4. The n plus l value of 3d is 5. The electron choose the least energy. So here the least energy is 4s. That's why electron enters into 4s before entering into 3d. This is very important question. You have to write according for this question. You have to write according to above principle. The electron will choose least energy. Which cell has the least energy, the electron will choose to fill first that cell. So how we have to calculate energy means by n plus l value. How we have to calculate? By n plus l. So we have to calculate n plus l value of 3p, 4s and 3d, and you have to show it. See, 4s value is less than 3d. Okay, this is very important 2 marks question, students. Okay, next coming to the Hund's rule. Hund stated that Hund's rule mainly for degenerate orbitals. Mainly it is for the degenerate orbitals, means the orbitals which consisting of same energy. See here, px, py, pz. Px, py, pz. P subcell enters in which orbit? Second orbit. 2px, 2py, 2pz. What is the 2px energy? 2px energy for n, 2, L value 0. So 2px, 2py, 2pz, 3 orbitals energy is 2 only. So both 3 orbitals consisting of same n value, same L value. The orbitals which consisting of same n and L, same principal quantum number, same orbital quantum number, those orbitals we call it as the degenerate orbitals. P consisting of 3 degenerate orbitals, D consisting of 5 degenerate orbitals. So coming to the Hund's rule, Hund states that it is expressly for degenerate orbitals. He states that before pairing the degenerate orbitals, every orbital consisting of 2 electrons. S orbital, okay. S orbital, okay. Coming to the P, it consisting of 3 equal energy orbitals. So before pairing each orbital, it will fill 1 each first. First it will distribute 1 electron in each degenerate orbital, then after it will complete it. That is stated by the scientist Hund's. nitrogen atomic number 7. So it will, according to our, it first enters into 1s, next it will enters into 2s, next it will enters in 2p. Again 2p, it consisting of 3 degenerate orbitals. So coming to degenerate orbital, it will won't pair like this. One, it will distribute one each in each orbital, then after only it will completely fill it. Okay, this is by the Hund's, stated by Hund's. This we call it that the Hund's rule, and this is very important 4 marks question. So you have to write the definition of the Hund's rule, and you have to give one example. Take any example. Take carbon. Carbon is, take the carbon atom is the example for the Hund's rule. What is the atomic number of carbon? Carbon atomic number is 6. And what is this electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So you have to distribute 1s2 completely fill it, 2s2 completely fill it. Coming to the 2p2, the 2 electrons will not you have to fill in p orbital. You have to distribute in one electron in px and another electron in py. So that example, this is the very expected 4 marks question. So write the definition, give the configuration of this, write the configuration and distribute the electrons by showing like this pixelization. Okay, Pauli's principle. What the Pauli will states that coming to the 4 quantum numbers, no 2 electrons will consisting of 4 quantum numbers equal. If any 2 electrons consisting of 3 quantum numbers equal, definitely the 4th quantum number will not equal, will become differ. The 4th quantum number differs oppositely. See here, I take an example of hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen configuration is 1s1. Helium configuration is 1s2. For these two, n value 1, 1. This is the n value, this is the 1 value. And coming to the L, both are S only. Here S, S. So for S, L value is 0. N value is 1, L value is 0. And if L value is 0, M value also 0. Are you clear? So 3 quantum numbers becoming equal. For hydrogen, N value 1, L value 0, M value 0. For helium, N value 1, L value 0, N. These 3 quantum numbers equal for hydrogen and helium. Where it is different? Coming to the spin quantum number. See, this is the first electron, this is the second electron. For first electron, the orientation is clockwise, so it is the positive. For second electron, the orientation is anti-clockwise, so it is negative. Okay, this is about the Pauli's exclusive principle. So according to this, we have to write the 4 quantum numbers of an electron. Okay students, we completely discussed about the atomic structure. So we are expecting, we have so many confusions about our examinations. Finally our government concluded that they will conduct the exam on July 10th. So we got the timetable also. By the timetable, we are that exams days also they given in there, and also see 11 days exam they invited into the 6 days only. So you are writing your PS and NS in a single day. So you are very thorough with the question and answers in the what are the expected questions lesson wise you have to practice and very thoroughly in it. So some important expected questions once again we have to revise in this atomic structure. Coming to the atomic structure, students in the new model question paper there is no off mark questions. The question paper consisting of 1 mark, 6 1 marks, 6 2 marks, 4 4 marks and 2 8 marks. See here, no off marks, 1 marks, 2 marks, 4 marks and 8 marks. So coming to the 1 mark questions, so you have to write no single word answer, you have to write in the one sentence, complete in sentence you have to answer the questions. So coming to the what is the first page wise I am coming. So follow with the textbook. In textbook atomic structure from starting page onwards, what are the 1 mark questions we are expecting, those questions I am explaining you. Coming to the first page, what is the speed of the electromagnetic wave? Describe the electromagnetic wave. If they will ask the speed of the electromagnetic wave means 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. What is the relation between frequency and wavelength? What is the equation? between the relation between wavelength and frequency. Yeah, C is equal to nu lambda. Where C is so in 1 question they will ask write the equation relation between wavelength and frequency means you will write what in half mark you will write C is equal to nu lambda, but it comes to the 1 mark means you have to write C is equal to nu lambda, and again you have to describe those terminologies also. C is the velocity of light, nu is the frequency, and lambda is the wavelength. Okay, next coming to the spectrum, electromagnetic wave spectrum. Electromagnetic wave spectrum the complete group of wavelengths continues the wide range of group of wavelengths. We call it as the electromagnetic spectrum. What is the range of the visible spectrum is 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers. And here expected diagram is also there, that is the draw a neat sketch of electromagnetic wave. So you have to draw two waves perpendicular to each other, and you have to specify it, one wave electric nature, another wave magnetic nature. Are you clearing? So definitely you have to draw electromagnetic wave consisting of two natures. You have to show it clearly. Coming to the essay question, that is the what is the model of the Bohr atomic model, what is the limitations. In 4 marks they will ask any one only. What is the postulates of Bohr atomic model? Now they will ask you, coming to 8 marks question, they will ask you write the postulates and limitations of Bohr atomic model. Next, coming to the Bohr atomic model, to modify it, Sommerfeld introduced there. What the Sommerfeld introduced? Yeah, Sommerfeld introduced elliptical orbits. So for which purpose Sommerfeld introduced the elliptical orbits? You have to conclude there. Then after that you have to find the positions. What information will use 4 quantum numbers, that is the expected essay from this lesson. So 4 quantum numbers, principal quantum number, orbital quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. You have to write what information they will use, what letters indicated by it, and how many electrons, and what is the relation between main cell N and L, L and M, M and S. Those relations also you have to describe it. Okay student. Next, after these 4 quantum numbers, very important one question is there. I underlined in your textbook. Who introduced mechanical quantum number? Who? Mechanical. Yeah, Schrödinger. The scientist Schrödinger introduced mechanical quantum number. After that, coming to the 2 marks questions, Aubert principle, Hund's principle. Hund's will expect in 2 marks and 4 marks also. And Pauli's exclusive principle. Any principle you write the definition and you have to give the example for it. Aubert means you have to conclude how you have to calculate the energy by N plus L. So 2 orbitals energy you have to take it. You have to calculate the N plus L values. Okay. And regarding Aubert principle, very important question is why the electron enters into 3D 4s, why not in 3D? After 3p, why the electron enters into 4s, why not in 3D? That is according to Aubert, very important question. Next, coming to the electronic configuration, 2 elements configuration definitely they will ask you. What is those means? Chromium and copper. Write the electronic configuration of chromium and copper. Students, you know the chromium atomic number 24 and copper atomic number 29. So we will write this is the argon, noble gas. After argon atomic number how much? 80. After 80, how many electrons? 24 minus 8 is 6. 6 electrons. So argon 4s1 3d5. Actually, how we will write it? Generally, we will write it argon 4s2 3d4. Yes or no? So here we written 4s1 3d5. Coming to the copper also, atomic number 29, argon 4s1 3d. Actually, we have to write it 4s2 3d9. Why here means you have to definitely mention it. This first you have to write the configuration argon 4s1 3d5. Argon 4s1 3d10 for copper, and we have to specify the point, which point means the chromium and copper redistribute the orbitals energy. Which orbitals energy? S and D. Why they are redistributing means completely or off-field orbitals. Here off-field, completely off-field orbitals. Here completely field orbitals to attain stability. To complete off-field orbitals or completely filled orbitals to attain stability. For that purpose, what they are doing? They are redistributing S and D orbital energy. Okay, that's it. You have to mention it. This is expected 2 marks question students. Next, what is the regarding this lesson? What are the diagrams? You have to draw the shape of the S orbital, P orbitals and D orbitals. These 3 expected diagrams and one more Moeller diagram. So coming to the S orbital, what is the shape of the S orbital? Spherical. So you have to draw the diagram and you have to keep the heading S orbital. Then the shape of the S orbital is spherical, specify it. Okay. Then coming to the P orbital, you have to draw the 3 P orbitals and what is the shape of the P orbital? Yeah, dumbbell. So you have to draw the dumbbell on the 3 axes. X-axis, Px means you have to draw the dumbbell on x-axis. P1 means you have to draw the dumbbell on the y-axis. You clearly show it the difference between Px, Py and Pz by differentiating the axis x, y, z. Are you clear? So, and you have to clearly write it, the shape of the P orbital is dumbbell. Next, Moeller diagram. After drawing the Moeller diagram, compulsory you have to write the n values, side and top L values and the ascending order of the energy of the orbitals. Okay, these are the expected diagrams and already we discussed the SS, only 2 SS we are expecting. One more is the Hund's rule, it comes in 4 marks or 8 marks. And coming to the 8 marks essay or 4 marks essay, we have to note the quantum numbers. If they will give the configuration, you have to write the N, L, M, S values. For example, I am taking the fluorine. Fluorine configuration ends with 2p5. The fluorine configuration ends with 2p5. So, what is the N value? 2. What is L value? For P, L value is 1. If L value is 1 means what is the L value? Minus 1, 0, plus 1. Spin value is plus or minus or. So, N value 2, P value 1, N value 2, L value 1, M value minus 1, 0, plus 1. Spin quantum number is plus of 4 quantum numbers. If they given the configuration, if they will ask any elements, 4 quantum numbers means you have to write the configuration and where with the configuration ends, the last terminology you have to take it and you have to write the 4 quantum numbers. And if they will ask the differentiating electron, the configuration of differentiating electron. If they will ask you 4 quantum numbers for differentiating electron, for example, take the fluorine. The fluorine configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So this is the configuration of fluorine. You have to analyze where it will end. It will ending at 2p5. So you have to take this one. For this you have to write the 4 quantum numbers. For 2p5, n value is 2. For P, L value is 1. Coming to the M, if L is equal to 1, M value is minus 1, 0, plus 1. Okay student. So here how many P? 5. So what we have to will state? First we have to fill up. These 3 are degenerate orbital. First one each we have to distribute it. Again we have to come back. It is the last electron ends here. Px, Py, Pz. So is when value you have to now you won't write the minus 1, 0, 1. For differentiating electron means you have to write exact value of M. So where the electron is ending, here it will ending. So you have to write M value is 0. We will follow the N, L, X. N gives the principal quantum number, L is the X is the number of electrons. For example, take the helium 1s2. For 1s2, what is the n value? 1. What is the n value? Here 1 indicates the principal quantum number, s indicates the orbital quantum number, 2 indicates 2 electrons. Are you clear? So first the electron belongs to the first orbit. In first orbit is subset, s subset, and in the orbital is person is second person. Okay, this is the NLX method is used the shorthand notation of electronic configuration. Okay students, these are the expected questions in our atomic structure. Thank you.
ఉల్లంపూర్ మాన్సూ స్కూల్లో అటు డిజీ క్లాసులు ఇటు ఐఐటి క్లాసులు సమర్థవంతంగా నిర్వహిస్తున్నారు. ఈ స్కూల్ నుండి 10 మంది డాక్టర్లు, 8 మంది చార్టర్డ్ అకౌంట్లు, అనేక మంది ఐఐటి ఎన్ఐటిలో చదివిన ఇంజనీర్లు ఉన్నారు. అంతేకాదు ఈ విద్యా సంస్థల్లో 10 రకాల కాంపిటీషన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్లోని విజయకేతనం ఎగరేశారు. 4 స్టేట్ ఫస్ట్లు, 40 టాప్ 10 ర్యాంకులతో పాటు 13 మంది గోల్డ్ మెడల్ సాధించారు. ఒత్తిడి లేని విద్యను అందిస్తూ అటు జాతీయ స్థాయి స్పోర్ట్స్ ర్యాంకులతో పాటు ఇటు ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ర్యాంకులు సాధిస్తున్న ఏకైక విద్యా సంస్థ ఉల్లంపూర్ మాంటిసోరీ స్కూల్.